everybody, welcome back to FnA Van Life. Frankie's behind the camera, I'm Alex, and today we've got Brittany and Drew, and they are going to show us their Sprinter van.
This is our 2004 Sprinter T1N. We've been living in it for about 10 months now. Yeah, loving it.
It's the short boy, right? The 144?
It's the 144, compact, but gets you anywhere, so we love it. Super great gas mileage, and yeah, it takes you anywhere. Right up here, we got our nice solar shower. We get like 8 gallons of water in it. Sun heats it up. And you just got the spigot in the back. Got a nice little hose that just kind of drizzles down on it. This works perfect.
How do you fill it?
So from the front, we just pop like that screws off. So you can just throw a hose straight in the top. Fills up real easy.
How often have you guys used it?
We haven't used it a ton. We put it up there post-pandemic because we were using Planet Fitness, and then when they shut down, we needed to shower bad. Yeah. So we've used it probably like 10 times now.
Well, I've never used it.
Yeah.
Oh no? I figured you would be the one who did use it.
You'd think. It's too cold for that.
So the biggest thing is I was working for a month without her.
Okay.
And so I was in South Carolina where it's humid as shit, and needed a shower bad.
Did it get hot enough too?
Oh yeah.
When it was in the sun?
Well, it was like perfect because it wasn't like super hot, but it was warm, so like at night you can shower off and it was more refreshing than anything.
Cool.
My kind of pride and joy is our roof rack. It's made out of gate hinges, shelf brackets, and a bed frame.
Nice, makeshift.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I really didn't want to pay. It was like $200 per bracket if you wanted to get like the made one. So like I was just driving one day and thought it out, and like it works perfect, holds super steady. I mean, we have 2 solar panels, we got Yakima up there, plus the showers, and it's solid. I don't remember the brand of the solar panels. We got on like eBay, but they're 200 watts each. So we got 400 watts of solar going into a 200 amp hour lithium battery. So
that sounds like it'll last you forever.
Yeah, exactly. It works perfect for us.
Have a second, like a DC to DC charger as well?
Yes, we do have a DC to DC charger. So when we're here in Oregon and it's super cloudy, that works perfect, saves our lives.
Have you guys had to use it during the event?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
us too, yeah.
We turned it on last night and ran for a little bit. But I mean, we've been staying pretty solid. There's some trees, but we're still getting a little sun.
Yeah, you're in a decent spot here.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we got the Yakima too. Holds all the toys, the wakeboards, surfboards, wetsuits and stuff. So keeps the wet stuff out of the van, plus gives us a little extra room for the toys. I did the paint job myself. I was pretty stoked on that. It was quite the experience. Built a paint booth outside my sister's house and ghetto rigged it, but worked out pretty good. This was a Coca-Cola delivery van, so they just spray painted over the old logos. So if you took the logo off, you had the, like, old color underneath it, so that didn't look good, but it also, you could tell from just when it was spray painted. So it was nice to coat it, give that little like rust protection, and yeah, worked out.
Would you use Rust-Oleum or?
Yeah, just did a Rust-Oleum paint. Yeah, it was actually sweet because yeah, we just did the Rust-Oleum, regular Rust-Oleum can, so it was $20 for the can.
Yeah,
spray
nice.
Painted it all, and then like $80 for the gun, and yeah, it was cheap.
It actually looks really good. You can't see any of the old, like, you know, signage or anything from the Coca-Cola brand. It's nice.
Exactly, appreciate it.
All right, let's make our way in now, I guess.
Sweet, let's do it.
Okay, so first we have the swivel seats, which I think is like the most important. So it really opens up the van. We have them on both chairs, so you can just turn them around whenever you want to have people over. This little storage area right here that I made out of different kinds of wood that holds all of our stuff that we need while we're driving. So we have the water bottles, cameras, books, just like random stuff. We have a trash can that I made actually out of old maps that I just stuck together.
Oh, that's so neat.
So Drew's from Templeton, so we put Templeton, and then there's South Carolina, where I'm from, on there somewhere. Of course, you can't forget I have a little garden up here.
Oh, you know, I didn't even see that. Oh yeah.
But I'm very proud of them. They're still
beautiful.
alive, so that's really.
They're not fake, right? You're not watering fake plants.
No, they're real.
The swivel
so
all we
this is
told
our
you?
table. We can swivel it over and we can eat, if we want to eat here, we can eat here, or we can like use it as an armrest while we drive. So many things. You're just playing it back and forth.
It's nice too because it seems like when you eat there, you could sort of sit across from each other and like look each other in the eyes when you eat and feel a little more civil than being like next to each other, right?
We don't spend enough time together, so.
Yeah, right?
Next thing, I guess, is this map up here. This is where we keep all of our places that we go. We record everything with little pictures that we make. We need to update it. We've definitely been to a lot more states than that. I think we've been to almost all of them, except over here. We haven't been over here yet.
Got a couple of pins to put in there.
The pins might fall out and we might step on them.
Oh, okay,
so we
so
don't
you
do
destroy
pins. We just draw.
That's cute.
Yeah. So we have this also that Drew added, so that we can put just extra stuff in. It's actually really helpful. So we have just like random things that we can stick up there. Just more storage. The more storage, the better in a van as small as this. The blackout curtain, that's definitely needed for whenever we park in like Walmart parking lots or like places we don't want people to see us. So we just like pull it across and put the little clips up. So we have window covers that I actually made for this window, like all the windows. I bought Reflectix, and then I bought black cloth, and I just hand sewed all of it.
That was hard, huh?
It took forever. I actually half sewing machine, half hand sewn.
Oh, okay.
Because the sewing machine started not going through the material, so. And then I hand sewed each magnet.
They seem like they're super strong too.
Yeah.
Like when you were pulling it off that thing, I was like, damn, you heard them like coming off.
Well, it's because I put so many, so you definitely have to have a lot of them.
I'll tell you what, more is better.
Yeah, definitely. My knobs, I love them. So we got those from Amazon. Took forever to ship them, but we have them pretty much everywhere, and they're all different. So, like, there's 4 different patterns. And then we kind of separated them all just so that they're all throughout the entire van. So they're up here so we can hang our wet stuff on. So it just drips straight onto our step instead of into the van, because you definitely don't want moisture in the van. It clicks and you pull it out, and then there's all of our things. And then that holds all of our stuff so that it doesn't go flying when we're driving. Oh, and then there's Paco.
Yeah,
Paco in the window.
There he is. Where Paco at?
He scares us a little sometimes, but it's okay.
It's a new sticker.
That tooth gets us.
Yeah, right?
So for the outside of the kitchen, we got this little drop down table / door. So it's a nice little table when we want to cook outside, open things up. But the other nice thing is we use these 6-gallon jugs for our water. So it's nice to be able to pull them out, slide them in and out without taking the water inside the van in case they're wet once you fill them up. Just pops right up, locks her in. Kind of the control panel, light switch turn on and off. Got the Victron energy monitor for all the solar, see kind of where we're at. So we got the Max Air Fan remote right here, which is super nice. Most people would think, oh, you live in a tiny van, you can just reach up and press the button. But having the remote is super convenient because you don't have to crawl up onto the bed to hit the button, and just makes things a little more convenient. So we got the 2-way switch, which is super nice. Goes turned on when you're walking into the van, but we also got the switch next to the bed, so when we're ready to go to sleep we can turn it off. But I also added in the dimmer so that like when you're in a small spaces like the van, when it gets to nighttime that light's just too bright. So definitely recommend having a dimmer for the LEDs to bring them down, just, you know, set the mood.
So next we have the kitchen area. Probably my favorite place. Drew does all the cooking. I don't cook at all, but I clean. He's a very good cook. So we have the sink. We have like the foot pump set up. Foot pump's down here, and you just press on it and the water comes out. So we just use different kinds of piping to make the sink. It doesn't actually all touch together, so when you pull it out, it's got this in there so the water comes through here. So no, it never actually touches any of the piping.
That's actually...
Which I know people are worried about sometimes.
That's actually super unique.
Oh, and then we also sometimes use it as an outdoor shower if we need to. So you just kind of pull it out, and, you know, you have to have 2 people so they can press the foot pump and then the water comes out that way. We also have a water filter, so we can just stick this on. We got it from Camping World. You screw it on and then it filters all the water so we can drink it too.
Cool.
I love this feature. We have a little cutting board that we just attach. We can use it as a cutting board.
Oh, that's cool. It looks really nice on the opposite side too.
Yeah, but then we just cover up the sink so you don't even know it's there. Next is our spice rack. It's beautiful. I feel like that's everyone's favorite feature.
Their spice rack,
And
right?
Drew, this is probably the hardest thing Drew did in the van.
Oh yeah, like cutting the little notches in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then there's magnets on the back, so that's how they don't fall out.
Oh,
so
neat.
we have a magnetic strip, and then the magnet on the back of the spices. So we go over some rocky stuff, and they've never fallen out, thankfully. And then we have, this is our memory wall. So every time we go somewhere, we try to buy something from that place just to make it cool. So we want to fill up the whole thing. But right now, we only have about 5, but like Yellowstone, just like random stuff. The little sponge drawer and our toothbrush drawer with all of the deodorant and extra things that we use all the time. Drew like cut it out specifically to fit, so it would fit exactly just so we could use our sink underneath there. Lastly, this area in the kitchen is where our Instapot fits. So the Instapot is our main way of cooking anything. So we can just pull it out.
We got a nice bench seat. It's like a nice area just to kind of sit down, lounge, but it's also kind of storage. We got our bathroom in here. So we went with a compost toilet, all kind of homemade, but got the urine diverter and then a 5-gallon steel bucket that go number 2 in, and then just throw some compost in it. Works perfect, no smell whatsoever. The compost breaks it down, but also has the lid on top, so extra safety on smell. And then the urine diverter takes it away so they don't mix. So the urine diverter goes down to a 7-gallon jug underneath the van. So we do empty that every once in a while when we come find some dump spots. We also have that for the sink, so we have 2 different 7-gallon jugs underneath the van for our gray waters. Did a little extra decor back here so you feel in the mountains while you're going, you know.
I love that.
There's definitely nothing better than, you know, going to the bathroom in beautiful places. Vacuum. Little vacuum is definitely a game changer in a van. We were skeptical about getting a vacuum because it takes power, but this thing charges up, lasts about 30 minutes on a charge, but gets into all the little places you need, and yeah, comes in handy. Then next we got the refrigerator. Goes both sides. It's the 75-liter Dometic fridge. Works. It has the fridge and freezer options. We've only used the refrigerator option. We haven't turned the freezer on yet, just because we eat a lot, so it's nice to constantly have as much food as possible in there. To the bed. First thing, we got another table that slides out from underneath the bed. It's attached to the bottom of the bed. This is kind of usually my office area. Throw the laptop up here, sit, look out the window. Works prime, but also gives us extra counter space when we're cooking. Slides in, locks in. And then next we'll go to the bed. So you'll see the bed right now, we call it couch mode. It's basically like a sliding futon. We are a little too tall to sleep sideways, so having a nice long bed is definitely an extra comfort. So with this bed, grab these strings, pull the bar, and it just slides right on down. So yeah, super convenient to take up less space, have extra sitting room when it's up, but also have a full-size bed, so it's super comfortable for 2 people to sleep in. And then with that, since it's a full-size bed, it also gives us room for a full-size closet. This side we have sliding drawers that we keep all of our folded up clothes in. And then these drawers, or doors, just slide on over. And then we actually have a full-size hanging closet on that side, so we can hang all of our jackets, dresses, nicer clothes. Gives us a lot more room for space. Having 2 people live in a van, you need, there's gonna be a lot of clothes. Once we are waking up, done with bed, pull the 2 strings, pulls up the back, Got to give a little thrust motion, but it's good there. Once we're ready to drive, got just little locks, pops up. That way when we're going down bumps and stuff, it doesn't pop. Part of the design for this to make it slide easier is we have plastic tracks right here. They're like a PVC track. So the bed slides nice and easy. Still definitely takes a little strength in the morning to get it up, but it's not, we love it because you don't fully have to make the bed every time. One thing I know a lot of people do the table and different stuff as their bed, but I didn't want to have to make my bed before I go every night, so this works perfect. Another thing, we got the door opens up down here. Got our hamper and then storage. But with this door, what I was thinking is if I ever need to have something that's 6 or 7 feet long in the van for a trip or for work or whatever, it goes all the way through, makes it convenient. Here is the garage space. This is more my space. I'm a filmmaker for work, so I gotta have as much room for gear as possible. At the same time, you gotta have as much room for toys. So we got the skateboards, got the blow-up kayak, backpacking gear, surf foil, yoga mats. That's what I love about kind of the lifted bed. Gives you that garage space. This used to be a Coca-Cola van, so like right before we painted it, we were driving down the road to the garage sale and saw a little Coca-Cola sign. So we had to pay a little grace to the Coca-Cola, leave the memory in there. But at the same time, when we bought the van, the Coca-Cola had eaten through the entire floor. It had diamond plating on top of the floor, so I thought it was pristine, but pulled off the diamond plating and the whole floor was eaten out. So haven't drank a Coke since then. Energy setup over here. We got the Victron MPPT, got a 2000 watt inverter, and then yeah, the 200 amp hour battery back there, all insulated, so it keeps us nice and warm, or keeps the battery warm. Got our sticker collection, keep the memories going.
So I gotta ask you guys the question, why van life? Like, what brought you to this life and what's so attractive about it now that you're doing it?
We started van life partially because we both work freelance, so we were already kind of traveling a bunch on the road all the time, and paying rent, so it just made more sense to live in the van, and then as we each go to different jobs, then we can stay in that area and explore a little bit more and then bounce from spot to spot. 2 years ago, I had a Tacoma before this that was built out, had like a bed and drawers and stuff, and so we did a 3-month road trip across the country and loved it. And so kind of when we got back, it was an idea. I mean, van life has always kind of been an idea for me, and then once we started dating and went on the road trip and she said she was into it, it was like, all right, well, if she's into it, then.
And if she's into it in a Tacoma.
Yeah, I need a little bit bigger of space.
You were like, I need to be able to stand, right?
Everything else that we have now.
Yeah. So you were probably like the one who like sort of pushed it.
I definitely did. I
Nice.
was like, okay. I mean, he found a couple of vans like on Marketplace, and he was just like, you looked at what, 2 of them, but it just didn't work out. And then this one, he was like, I don't know, should I buy it? I was like, yes, please. Like, we need this van. We never fought until we got into the van, and then it was just kind of like one fight after another for a while. But then we like learned how to communicate and become a little more like, I don't know the word.
Yeah, I mean, I think communication is the word, because yeah, it's interesting when you're living in a house, it's easy to walk away and go to a different room or go do your own thing. But when you're in a van, you're together all the time. There's no leaving each other. There's no going in the other room. So yeah, you really learn how to talk things out and communicate, and also just figure out the little things that get each other. And like, it definitely puts your relationship to the test, but also just makes you grow as a couple.
Yeah,
so.
and I think I feel like I could say it strengthened your relationship too.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, you guys feel like you're way more together now than you were
Absolutely.
before, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for enjoying this van tour. Thanks, Brittany and Drew, for showing us your van. It's absolutely beautiful. We love what you did. It's very innovative. There's so many different ways to utilize it. And yeah, man, we're very thankful to have you guys as part of the community as well.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Peace.